On insuspicious circumstances tonight, the volunteer, his mother, and the major, one of them broke their word. The soldiers, who had one drink too many, that was a crime. The lessons of war, or a gross injustice.
Hello, I'm Edward Woodward. Of all the follies committed by man, the greatest took place 80 years ago. The Great War. 10 million men died. Most of them soldiers in trenches like these, dug in the fields of northern France. Fields which literally were drenched in blood. Our story concerns 3 of those 10 million. 3 young men who were killed in the most suspicious and controversial circumstances.
You men, keep in line. Move back, you. In trees.
September 1914. From every town and city they rushed to take part in the war that would be over by Christmas.
And I will, as duty bound, honestly and faithfully defend His Majesty.
Enlisted men, don't hang about. Make your way to the buses outside. Charlie, kiss the sergeant.
He went. James Crozier went, a boy of 16 from the Shankill Road.
Mom, you know, I'm going. I'm not stopping behind to be called a coward.
I've asked you, James, begged you, please don't. You're too young.
Dave's going. Dave's starting.
He can't. He's only 16 like you. I'm going to tell him.
Mom.
Age. What age? Speak up, boy.
19, sir.
19, eh?
Yes, sir, Sergeant.
You want to go? You want to fight the Hun?
Yes, Sergeant.
Good boy. Sign and swear over there. I'll carry on, Starrett. Next. Name. Your name, boy.
Please don't. You're all we got.
Come along, ma'am. You'll be proud of the boy. This country needs likely-looking lads like him. Tell the sergeant your name.
James, sir. James Crozier, Sergeant.
Good Lord. My own name. Well, there's a coincidence, ma'am. What do you do, boy?
In the shipyard, sir, apprentice.
Well, sign and swear over there.
James,
Mom.
don't put your name.
You'll come to no harm. I'll keep a very special eye on the lad.
How can you say that? You can't. You can't stop him being shot, can you?
Indeed I can, Mrs. Crozier. Don't you worry about James. We don't send children into the front line like the Hun. I'll look after the boy. You have my word on that, madam. My word.
Keep those men coming! I want no stragglers! Come on! Keep the line moving! On set! Keep those men coming! Come on,
The British Army was led by veterans, men who still believed that the cavalry held the key to most battles, but not Frank Crozier. Newly promoted to colonel of the 9th Royal Irish Rifles, he, at least, knew the reality of trench warfare. He knew that the flower of a generation was about to die.
Jimmy, you going up again tomorrow? Aye. Bit bloody scared, to tell the truth. It's only 4 more days. It's all right for you, Colonel Skivvy. Bit different up there, you know, with the muck and bullets. See Charlie brought down? I looked at his bloody legs. And Andy got one in the head from a sniper. I was as close as I am to you. You'd keep your cushy berth, mate. I'd be his bootlicker in chief if it would get me out of the bloody line.
You!
Rifleman Crozier, you're not skiving, are you, soldier? Well, move your arse to the mess tent and tell the cooks we're doing an extra drill. And then get your arse back here, double quick.
Yes, Corporal, pal. Yes, Corporal.
On the double. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
It's a maze, Carol. A maze.
You'll get used to it. Keep down here. There's a sniper got this section on a fixed position. Let's go from time to time. Battle of nerves. Soldier, what's in that sack? There's been some borrowing of rations. Well, soldier, what is it?
It's Rifleman Gundy, sir. All we could find. Do you want to have a look, sir? It's not pretty.
Rifleman Crozier, all quiet?
Yes, sir. Colonel, aren't you going to do anything?
About what? Oh, the dead soldier. You'll see so many in the next few days, you'll understand. Dead don't count. Christmas Day, 1915. Fritz is only 50 yards away, in as bad a bit of the German line as I've ever seen. Young Crozier is holding up well, though. The lad has done as well as the rest, and better, all things considered.
Leave him,
I never ask, John. I take. Decisions are harder to make if you ask for advice. Help. Be firm. Resolve, my boy. I'm leading the life I dreamed of. True. I'm a soldier. That's all I've wanted. To command the 9th Irish Rifles. My dear boy, what's the matter? You tired? Upset?
All seems rather pointless, sir. Somehow.
It may do it to you. You may be tired. You may need to be reminded why we are here. There's no room for doubt here. No room for debate, talk. This place is for action. And if you doubt that, you may become a shirker. And shirkers are a danger to all of us, aren't they? Good. I'm glad we had that out, old boy. You'll lead the attack tomorrow night. Clear?
Yes, sir. Very clear, sir.
Start at 04:30. Gets light their side first. Moment or two of darkness and you'll carry their first line.
I don't much care to tell the truth, sir.
You know that a young officer in the 2nd is to be court-martialed? Desertion in the face of...
Good God, no. Who?
Annandale. If he'd been in ours, he'd not be given the luxury. Instant he'd turned back from the line, I'd have shot him myself. Out of hand. Done it before.
You shoot an officer? Out of hand?
I'd shoot a coward as you would a rat. Do you know the words, Bunny?
But if of these roses you venture to sip, the colors might all come away on your lips. So I'll wait for the wild rose that's waiting for me, where the mountains of morn sweep down to the sea.
Wills. Haybooks. Letters. Wills. Any paybacks, lads?
1 minute to go. Fix bayonets.
Be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this daily bread. Wow. Wow. I'm hard in heaven. I hope you don't come and will be done. I'm hard as it is in heaven.
That was closer. Bloody Bosh.
Carry on, Corporal.
Sir. On the 31st of January, my platoon went into the front line trenches for duty at about 7 p.m. Rifleman Crozier marched in with the rest of us. At about 9:15, I went to look for the accused. I was going to warn him for sentry duty, sir. I couldn't find him.
Tell the court why, Corporal.
I told him before not to leave the dugout he was in. He wasn't there, sir. Sir? Soldier from my section missing, sir. Rifleman Crozier, sir.
James Crozier, Corporal? Missing or lost?
Missing, sir. Maybe drowned in the trenches, but not in the line. No.
On the morning of February 4th, about 9, I saw the accused near the road to the ammunition supply park. He was a bit odd, sir. Peculiar.
Peculiar? Can you be more explicit, Corporal? How did he behave?
Oi, you! You! You!
Me?
What's your name?
Crozier. James. Crozier.
Corporal! Let's see your pay book. Which regiment are you in?
Cold. Cold. 9th Battalion, Irish Rifles.
Irish Rifles? Well, where is your bloody rifle? No rifle, no pay book, no cap badge. What the bloody hell are they, soldier?
Lost them.
Threw them away, more like. That's a shooting offence, soldier. You know that? Deserted, have you?
Eye hurt. Body hurts. Deserted. I don't know where from.
This pain, where is it?
All over, sir. Can I get dressed, sir?
All over. What caused it, Rifleman? Hmm? What the devil caused it? It's my opinion that there's nothing wrong with you but a dose of funk. If you're sound in mind and body, you'll go back up the line and face the consequences.
Rifleman, you do realize the serious nature of the charge of desertion. You do realize the consequences if you're found guilty. So you said nothing, asked nothing. Mr. Haynes has presented the evidence against you. Don't you want to say anything, man? Tell us what happened. In your own words. Take your time. Give him some water, Sergeant Major. James Crozier faced 3 men with the power of life and death over him. They, without a hint of legal training, he, without anyone to defend him.
I don't remember much. I went into the trenches with my platoon.
Date? For the record, lad. Let 31st of January 1916 be written in.
You were ordered by Corporal Todd to be ready to take up your duty, to wait in the dugout.
I don't remember. I don't remember being warned for duty. Not for any duty.
Do you remember leaving the trenches?
I don't remember anything. Only pains all over.
At the time you were feeling ill, was there any bombardment going on near you?
There were some rifle grenades bursting about 10 yards from me.
And were you feeling ill before you went to the trenches?
Yes. Only it got worse when I began to get cold.
Had you reported sick previously?
No.
That is the case for the defence. All that hangs between James Crozier and the firing squad. He was found guilty of desertion. On average, 20 minutes is all it took to condemn a man to death. But whether or not the sentence would be carried out would now, to a large extent, depend upon Colonel Frank Crozier, the man who had given his word to look after the young rifleman.
Crozier's papers come down the line yet?
They're on your desk, sir, waiting for your recommendation. I assume you weren't pressed for death, since you knew him.
Any leniency and the idea will spread like wildfire that all a soldier has to do is run away. Even if Crozier was out of control, mad even. Loss of control can't be tolerated in a man any more than in a horse. Use a curb and a whip on a horse.
I've heard the medics talking of men leaving the line without knowing what they were doing. They call it concussion shock, shell shock, something of the sort.
The idea of shell shock is like measles. It's so infectious you can't afford to run the risk with it at all. In war, man, the individual is of no account. Let shell shock be looked on as a form of disgrace for any soldier.
So our riflemen can expect no recommendations for mercy, sir?
Deserters put us all at risk. They're the weakest link in the chain. I shall recommend the extreme penalty.
With reference to yours regarding 14218 Rifleman James Crozier. 1. From a fighting point of view, this soldier is of no value. His behavior has been that of a shirker for the past 3 months. 2. I am firmly of the opinion that the crime was deliberately committed with the intention of avoiding duty.
Lieutenant Colonel F.P. Crozier, Commander, 9th Royal Irish Rifles.
So much for his promise to look after the boy. So much for his word. Instead, death as a deterrent to a repetition of offences of this nature. There were no more desertions from the 9th Irish Rifles.
But I do say, in fact, I do more. I put the damn fellow forward for a medal. On my way to be the VC.
Yes. Well, his methods for holding the line were certainly original, I'll grant you that, sir.
But he did hold it. That's the point. Yes, Darrow.
I'm wishing to go and see Rifleman Crozier, sir. I thought I should say goodbye.
Why not? Might help the boy. Keep him steady. Carry on, Starrett. Padre should have finished with him by now. You all right?
Not exactly, sir, no. The men don't want to shoot one of their own. The regimental police are concerned. There's talk of their refusing.
Refusing? Refusing an order? Mutiny is a serious matter. No one shall shirk his duty, Lieutenant. Be sure that the shooting party understand theirs. Make a clean end. Pass the wine, if you please.
James, is there anything you need?
Need, sir? No. I've written a letter, sir, for me mother. Will they know what happened to me?
I don't know. We could pray together if you like. I'll be with you in the morning.
In the morning?
In 1916, only the British Army refused to recognise shell shock. Lieutenant Colonel Crozier rode away to his breakfast. James Crozier, still only 18 years old, still too young to join the British Army, was not executed for desertion nor for cowardice. He was killed, as his commanders recommended, in the interests of discipline, to encourage the others. In our next story, the soldiers who had one drink too many. Hardly a crime, you would think.
Participating in the most famous victory of this campaign.
No more church parades on Sunday. No more putting in for leave.
They started this war. You will finish it.
I will kiss the Sergeant Major. I'll miss him, how he'll dream.
1916, the eve of the Battle of the Somme. Soldiers from a famous northern regiment prepare for war, the way that soldiers do. They're the Bradford Pals, a battalion recruited entirely from within Bradford and paid for by the ratepayers. Now, these Pals battalions were a feature of World War I. Many northern cities had them, and they were a good idea. The soldiers all knew one another. Their local pride fashioned into patriotism. In 1916, the Bradford Pals headed for France, to the Somme, and straight into the biggest disaster in British military history.
All right, let's have you. Just can't see your names. Ackerman. Cop. Bowden. Pickle. Grenade. Cop.
Herbert Crimmins signed up, 32 years old, one of the first to volunteer.
Weil. Here.
Arthur Weil, 24 years old, a police constable. 70 officers joined the Pals from the Bradford force, including Regimental Sergeant Major Harold Scott.
Their duties. Dismiss. There you go. Cheers.
Hard at it, Wild. Yes, sir. Lad, don't you go slip sliding about. When this is all over, I want you back in with me Saturday nights. Cracking heads at chucking out time. Okay, lad? Yes, sir. Sir.
For 19 nights running, the ration carriers had struggled to the front line whilst the shells rained down. The strain was beginning to tell.
What's the hurry?
I want a drink.
Are you coming?
Come on.
You've cheered up.
Aye. They've paid up.
How do you mean?
All the money we're owed. All the credit. Well, what's the we owe?
Well, this is it then. It's tomorrow. Aye. Looks like it. Aye, and they don't think many of us will be coming back.
Well, I'm leaving a note for anybody else to guzzle in my absence. By the time I've drunk my road through that lot, I'll be ready for the old German army.
Look, just give me a minute, all right?
Come on, it'll all have been drunk. Them Leeds lads will be at it already. Lads, stick to the camp this afternoon, will you?
What about a drink, Corp?
I want you on parade for the trenches at 5:45. All right.
Well, that's it then.
There's a deck. Come on. This might be the last drink you ever have. Well, I'm not missing the chance. You can please yourself.
Saving your virgin places, saving your world. I got out of money, bring back.
We're going to stop it home tomorrow, mate. They'll not know what hit him. You reckon? No, of course they won't. We've got to sort him out once and for all.
You're right, me mate. You're dead right.
Aye, I'm so you'll see. Feel like a tea party. Feel like a stroll across the field. Oh, come on, we have a drink on me.
Generals Hunter Weston and O'Gowan, thoroughly detested. As they gave an ill-judged pep talk to the Bradford pals, no one noticed that Crimmins and Wilde were absent.
There will be casualties, but not many, because nothing, not a shred of barbed wire, not even a rat will be left alive at the conclusion of our bombardment. Nevertheless, anyone who fails to leave the trenches when the signal is given will be shot on the spot.
Will they be there alongside us? Will they buggery?
Company! Company! Charge!
Come on! Come on! The pals are calling you! Come on! Come on! Be loyal, brave and true! All of sacrifices made, this is what you can do! Follow the call of the bugle! Come on! Come on! The pals are calling you! Ackerman! Bowden!
Here.
Oram!
Cope.
Crimmins! Crimmins! Wilde!
I think I said no one was to leave the camp, Corporal.
I passed on your order, sir. I told the men that parade was at 5:45, sir.
Well, I hope for their sakes Wilde and Crimmins have an excellent excuse.
The two Bradford pals never made it back to the camp that night. They fell into a drunken sleep. And at 7:30 the next morning, the battle had to begin without them. That morning, the British soldiers, believing their commander's promise that there wouldn't be a German left alive, advanced in line, as if on church parade. But the Germans were alive. Their machine guns and heavy artillery opened up. It was slaughter. Of the 1,300 Bradford pals who went over the top that day, 3/4 were killed or wounded.
What can you see? Ambulances. Dozens of them. Hundreds. Hey, it looks like someone's copped a rat battering.
Not a walkover, then.
I've had about enough.
What?
I'm for going back. I've had enough.
Oh, aye? Gonna pretend you've just climbed out of some hole, are you? After what you've just seen, you need your head seen too.
It's only missing parade.
Oh, that's what you reckon, is it? Listen, those mates have had a right pasting and we've slept through it. They'll murder us.
Drunk on duty. Look, we're gonna get nabbed anyway. Be best if we give ourselves up.
It never is. Take it from one as knows.
The Battle of the Somme was meant to bring this war to an end. It was the master plan of General Sir Douglas Haig, Commander-in-Chief. It was a catastrophe, and Haig looked to his generals for an explanation, in particular General Sir Felix Aylmer Hunter Weston.
What was all that about?
Apparently, we're getting the blame. Our men didn't get out of their trenches. That's what the great man thinks.
What's he talking about? We took 70% casualties in the first hour.
Casualties? What do I care about casualties? It's the good name of the battalion I'm thinking about. We'll not get another chance to call us cowards.
When the sobering consequences of their drinking spree dawned on Crimmins and Wilde, they gave themselves up.
And where the bloody hell were you two, then? Well?
With the drink, sir.
We've been up to our gills in blood down there, sunshine. Where were you? New Wild. What sort of game is this, then? Eh? You've let the pals down. You've let the Bradford City force down. I thought you were better than this. I did, Wild. Some of our colleagues are still lying in the mud back there. You've let us all down. The pair of you. You're a damn disgrace.
All right, then. Hey? What do you think? 7 days CB? Hey?
After 2 weeks in jail, Crimmins and Wilde were returned to the trenches, even volunteered for missions in no man's land.
Not heard anything?
Not yet.
I reckon we're going to be all right.
Do you now?
Aye. We dropped it. We've got away with it. Oh, no, sir. Not us again.
There's your rifles and there's your helmets. I need 2 volunteers for a raiding party. Tonight, enemy front line.
Volunteer? You must be joking, sir. Germans would have us straight off. We'd never get back.
Taking the prisoner, you mean?
Or worse.
And you reckon he'll be better off here, then? He still don't get it, does he?
Prisoner, let's go. Left, wing. Right wheel. Halt. Left, turn.
Thank you, Sergeant Major. You are 313 Private Herbert Crimmins of the 18th Service Battalion, West Yorkshire Regiment.
Yes, Sergeant.
You are charged with, when on active service, deserting His Majesty's service.
At about 12 noon on June the 30th, I warned the ration carriers to parade...
Including the accused?
Yes, sir. Including Crimmins. I warned the men to parade for the trenches at 5:45.
And?
He weren't there, sir. I called the roll at 5:45, and he was not there.
We wandered along a road for 3 or 4 miles. Then we went into a wood and fell asleep. When we woke up, it was dusk, and we were afraid to go back.
Did the drink you had so affect you that you didn't know what you were doing from the time you left the bar until you reached the wood?
No, we could walk, but the drink was in us. I'm very sorry for what I did. I didn't mean to desert. I mean, my father was in the army for 27 years. I've got 5 brothers serving abroad. I've always tried to do my best.
The accused is in my company, and I've known him for the last 3 months as a good character. I know of nothing against him. He has always worked well, and on a recent tour in the trenches, he went out on wiring parties and did his work satisfactorily.
When Arthur Wilde began his defence, he had a chilling tale to tell.
Early in June, when my battalion was in the trenches at Colin Camps, I was working in a sap leading from the front line.
God! Wild!
It's one of ours.
Who was it? I think it's Ernie Walden.
What are your mates?
We're at police together. We signed up at the same time.
You, pull yourself together.
Sir.
Go and have a cup of tea.
Claude Ferran.
Number?
252.
Keep an eye out for Walden. He'll be under there as well.
Jesus! Well, help!
Don't let me! Leave it be! Don't let me!
Come on.
I saw the medical officer. He gave me some pills. Told me I'd be better in a couple of days. I saw him owing to me being unable to stand the noise of shell fire when I was going back up to the trenches. I'm very sorry for what I did, like. I wasn't deserting.
Then why did you, on waking up when it was getting dark, not return to camp?
I was frightened. And I thought I shouldn't be able to stand the sound of guns.
Step forward, lad.
The finding of this court is that 313 Private Herbert Crimmins of the 18th West Yorkshire Regiment, charged with deserting on active service, is found guilty and sentenced to suffer death by being shot.
With a strong recommendation to mercy on account of his exceptionally good character.
Private Arthur Wilde is found guilty and sentenced to suffer death by being shot.
With a strong recommendation to mercy on account of the nervous condition of the accused due to the explosion of the trench mortar projectile in the sap in which he was working.
The trial was over, and the 2 Bradford pals must have been nervously confident that they would survive. Yet a second trial was about to begin, conducted by persons who had not attended the court-martial or heard the evidence. Major Herbert Carter, the men's commanding officer.
Could you let me have the court-martial papers, please?
Sir. He had not attended the court-martial, but had sent character references for both men as very good, underlined. His comments now would effectively decide their fate.
Criminals. This soldier is a weak man, and in my opinion, has been led away, possibly under the influence of drink, by Private Wilde. Nevertheless, I think the crime was committed deliberately. Wild. The case of shell shock, which is mentioned in the evidence, was nothing serious. Of the two men, Crimmins and Wilde, Wilde was undoubtedly the stronger character. And I think deserted with the sole object of avoiding further active service.
These men are best forgotten.
The two Bradford pals, Crimmins and Wilde, and the Irish lad James Crozier were just 3 of the 312 war executions. Their deaths, the result of an inhumane and manifestly unjust system. When the war ended, Britain suffered a crisis of conscience. Shell shock was at last recognized. The death penalty for desertion was abolished. Today, relatives are fighting for pardons for those executed soldiers. And the government has to date dismissed their demands. I will be back with more true crimes committed in suspicious circumstances. Until then, I bid you good night.